What's going on, family? Thank you for tuning in to today's live. You're locked in with the Coach Smook Network, and I'm your host, Coach Smook, your favorite Alabama insider and sports media personality. Before we get rolling, do me a quick favor. Tap that like button, share the stream out, and if you're new here, make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you never miss any of the action. Now listen, if you really rock with what we're building here, I invite you to take the opportunity to support the channel by becoming a member of the AAA family. Our mantra is authenticity above all. Everything we do, our content and our community, is built on creating and enjoying quality, authentic conversations, real insight, and real information surrounding sports entertainment. Your membership directly assists in the growth of the Coach Smook Network, and every hard-earned dollar you contribute is not only appreciated, it's paid forward. We proudly make monthly contributions to various community health and awareness organizations because impact matters. If you want to get even more involved with the community, be sure to join our Discord. You can type the command right now in the live chat or head over to our main YouTube page and click the Linktree link in the description. And for those who want to support the network directly, you can donate through multiple options: Venmo, PayPal, or Cash App. Every bit of support helps us continue to grow and elevate this platform. Thank you all for the love and the support and the energy you bring every single time. Now buckle up because it's time to get into the show. Somebody type it in the chat. Say, "Put me in the game, Coach Smook." Let's get it.
Remember, when you see me in the streets, holler at me. Say, "Put me in the game, Coach Smook."
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. Put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. 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 Put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
Let's go, AAA family. What's up, everybody? Let me fix my bag. Y'all got your boy working. I just got back in. Hopefully, we can get into this thing good today and have us some fun. Y'all, Bama football is back. Spring ball is back. We ready to talk some doggone football. If you ready to talk some football, say it in the chat. Say it, put me in the game, Coach Smook. Come on, man. I'm ready to see what y'all got to say today. Welcome in to our live audiences. We are live. Why my lips still so dry? We are live on TikTok. We're live on Twitch. We're live on YouTube. We're live on Facebook and Twitter. We're live on Twitter. Y'all, we're just going to do a little quick brief discussion of what we got from practice today. You're going to you should be seeing some of the other Alabama outlets uploading some of the player interviews from today. But the media viewing portion of practice today was definitely exciting. Man, these allergies, my allergies been kicking in today, y'all. I'm talking about, y'all noticed that springtime, the temperature just dropped, the pollen is hitting, and so I'm suffering right now. So y'all pray for your boy. But welcome in from each website. What's up, Jaquan Jones? He said, "Dang, when you get the low buzz cut." Man, I did it like 2 days ago, brother. We man, you late. We like 2 days in now, bro. You gotta stay tapped in, bro. Tap the screen over there on TikTok, man. Appreciate you for pulling up on TikTok. And who else we got? Let's see what we got on the YouTube side. Let's get a roll call going. Amanda, can you get that roll call beat going real quick? We're gonna say what's up to our AAA family and all of our supporters out there. We appreciate each and everybody, man, for tapping in today. For real, man. We've been busy these last couple days, and things have been moving really, really fast. So I've been trying to get some things lined up and get everything kind of like organized so that we can get hold on. I don't think she know the roll call. Jordan. We about to I gotta find it too. She got me. Oh, there it is. There it is right there. We got somebody training in the back, y'all. Give it up for Amanda. She on the ones and twos today with the sound. So I'm trying to get her trained. So While y'all come in, man, make sure y'all drop a comment. First of all, hit the thumbs up button, but make sure y'all drop a comment, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're going to start our roll call. Mary J, can we run it from the top? Let's see who's in the chat over here on YouTube. If you're on any other platform, please tap in on YouTube, y'all. Please tap in on YouTube. We're trying to get to a goal of 5K subscribers. It feels weird wearing this visor without hair on my head, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, for everybody that's been... It feels weird, y'all. It feels weird. It's like, dang. And my mom and my people, they just so happy to have me with my haircut low. So it's pretty cool. Roll Tide, everyone. That's Amanda. She's in the back on the ones and twos. Want to check and get her coming up. Zach, what's good, man? Roll Tide, Zach. Good to see you in the chat, my brother, little bro. Zach, give it up for Zach in the chat, y'all. And then we got Big Homie in the chat. What's up, Big Homie? Good to see you, man. My brother Kelsey Shepard, man, God knows what he's doing in this season, man. Shout out to Kelsey Shepard. Appreciate you for pulling up. Roll Tide, man. Who else we got in the chat? That's it we got for right now. I know it's a mid-afternoon. Nobody was expecting this. I was going to go live a little bit later. We will go live later. We'll have the call in later. But today, I just want to kind of just give y'all the digest of some of the things that I got from practice today during the media viewing period. And then on my way back, we were kind of having conversations and talking to certain people. And we're also going to be going back. I think we'll be going back tomorrow. And then when they come back from spring break, we'll be there for that. I think it's a Thursday or Friday practice. We got some things that we're working behind the scenes that we're trying to incorporate with our coverage for spring ball. So y'all continue to support, man. We really have gone through a transition with the brand. And we're starting to see ourselves being invited into a lot more prestigious places. So as we continue to elevate, man, you guys continue to support, and we're gonna elevate together. It's because of you all that we're even getting the opportunities and getting the exposure. And by the grace of God, man, we are continuing to grow. So thank you all for that. But let's get into some of the conversations, man. Everybody's asking what's up with EJ, the true freshman running back. And we got, the quarterback competition. This quarterback's throwing with this running back, this quarterback's throwing with this running back group, and then they switch in. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to look at some footage. Shout out to WSFA 12, the news station down here in Montgomery, Alabama. Give them a hand clap, man. We appreciate them for just providing quality footage for today's reaction and coverage today. So as we get into the show, we just want to just acknowledge them. And then I also acknowledge all of our partners and our sponsors, Walk-Ons, Sports Info Solutions. I told you all, draft is coming up. We got some clips and things that we're going to be putting out. And Sports Info Solutions has us in the game by providing their analytics. And then also our sponsors here, Men of Standard Executive Security. I'm telling you all, if you guys want precise, top of the notch firearm training, security detail, all of those things, Men of Standard Executive Security, man, go check them out. You can find them on TikTok, Instagram. You can find them on Facebook. Book their services. Then also, who else am I forgetting? First Place Barbering here in Montgomery, Alabama. They're our brand new sponsors. Give it up for First Place Barbering. Man, these guys, they were the ones that I've been getting my hair retwisted for 2 years. And then when I made the decision to cut it, and we'll tell that story. I got to go check the TikTok, man, for the storyline behind that. Make sure y'all follow me on all socials. What's up, Kevin Lister? Give it up for my brother checking in on Facebook, giving that reaction. Bro, make sure you share it because we're going to be in Houston. We're going to be in Houston in June, the third week of June. The Coach Smook Network will be in Houston. There's a 7-on-7 competition. There's a circuit that they want us to be their media platform that kind of promotes it for them. So we'll be in Houston the third week of June. I get to see my brother and my nieces and my sister-in-law, man, and everybody that's down there in Texas. So make sure y'all continue to spread the word. We got a lot of things brewing over here. And but yeah, First Place Barbering, man. Y'all make sure if y'all live in Montgomery, some of the best barbers in Montgomery, Alabama. But more than the barbers, man, you're going to go there. You're going to get an experience, man. You're talking about a faith-based organization, and the energy in there when it comes to talking sports, especially that college football. Man, you can't get enough of it. So we hear what's the is that Shanae? Let me get that comment on the screen. I know we're supposed to be talking football, but I appreciate my supporters, y'all. What's up, JRM? I see y'all over there on TikTok, man. Roll Tide, Antonio. Little Snoop, what's good, man? I see you over there. Nay said, good afternoon, long time. Just got my first baking building in the remodeling stages. Not open yet, but soon will be open. So really busy with business, but Roll Tide AAA. That is good. I love to hear stuff like that. Y'all give it up for Shanae, man. We got entrepreneurs, business owners connected to this network, man. She's been with us since day one, since we jumped over here and had to go independent. She's been here and she's been pursuing her dream and her passion in baking and cooking. And I'm telling y'all, if y'all don't follow her content, or if you don't follow it, I say proceed with caution, because it's one of them things where you get to watching and you get hungry. We ain't gonna get into it like that. But thank y'all for pulling up and reacting, man. We got another reaction over here. We got another reaction over here on Facebook. Who is that? We got Sean Henderson. Appreciate you. My big brother. Hey, my brother, my barber. My barber, man, tapping in on Facebook, man. Appreciate y'all for tapping in, showing love today. Y'all continue to run up the likes and share the content. And let's get into the conversation here on the Coach Smook Network. Somebody type it in the chat. Say it loud and proud. Hold up, but man, I got to do this one, because this one, if you know what you know, and you know your boy going to put you in there, somebody type it in the chat. Say it.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Let's get to it, baby.
You talking about Jalen Milroe and the Pips?
The perfect weak side linebacker, right? Put him next to the mic.
Not going to take us a lot of time, but I want to say that I'm excited about what.
Okay, forgive me, my brother. What's on your mind?
Oh, I'm good. I'm just feel sorry for all the other content creators now that we have this mega star back in our presence.
Kyle, let's get into it, man. I know y'all been waiting to talk some Bama football. The good thing about this spring, man, this first week, we're probably going to just be doing Bama, but we're doing some connections, man. We're going to be talking about Auburn. We're going to be talking about Alabama State. We're going to be talking about Troy. We're going to be talking about all of the major universities in the state of Alabama. And hopefully next year, this time, we'll be expanded past the state of Alabama as we continue to grow and as everybody continues to share the content, man. We'll continue to collab and make sure we give that informative entertainment viewpoint that we do when we're covering the game of college football. But today from Alabama's practice, we know that we're at day 3, and they have not sent out the official reports and everything, but everything that we've gathered from our resources and the sources and everything that we got to see today, guys, I think I gotta take the other end of reporting on spring football, because last year and the year before last, especially my first year, I really had still that fan feel, not believing I was there, but now I approach it after 2 seasons of it. Now I'm kind of settled and I'm learning how to look for certain things, not just what's happening on the field or in the drill, but what's happening on the sidelines. And one thing I noticed off rip, man, is the business first atmosphere that I don't think that exists no more. I think there's a different type of feel. There's a different type of confidence and energy going through practice. The competitive nature, I see a lot of intensity going through drills. And mind you, we only get to see like individual work, not much competition stuff. So when they get into drills where they're doing good on good, we don't get to see a lot of that. You might see a few passes early on with receivers against maybe some of the walk-ons and some of the drills, but you don't get to see much of anything. So everything else after that is basically how good you can be by resourcing your information or seeing things. And y'all know I got these thick glasses, right? I got these thick glasses. And when I'm trying to be cool, right? When I'm trying to be cool, I'll take them off, because I can see without them. It's just I had to turn it down, and man, you had it way up on 50. You gotta have that down to 24. Ooh, Lord have mercy. That almost blew my eardrum out. Let's get another test laugh real quick. Do another one real quick, Amanda. Let me see. Okay, see now we're working. Now we're working. She getting it, y'all. Y'all see quick adjustments, we can do it. But first thing I noticed from the sidelines, man, and Mary J, can I get a banner that says a player countenance or how do we look? How do we look? When I say how do we look, man, like these guys look like they're in shape. The offensive line does not look like a bunch of big hunks, man. Brooks is a massive human being. Nick Brooks is a massive human being. But even like as tall as he is, I mean, literally probably like the same height as Caden Proctor was. He doesn't look like he needs to get in shape. And the offensive linemen, they move so well, man. They move. I feel like whatever they did to change up in this strength and conditioning program this offseason to focus more on longevity and not necessarily packing on too much mass, I think it's going to on the tail end of things, and once you come in so far, I think it's gonna work out good for the Bama players, especially the offensive line and D line. Everybody just looks fit. Everybody looks like they're ready to go. The intensity is there. The quickness that you see in drills, guys being intentional on making, especially the wide receivers, y'all. I can't wait till we start talking about the wide receivers. But I mean, because we got some fast dudes, man. I thought Latsier Brooks was fast, but your boy Henderson, the JUCO transfer, he's a burner too, y'all. He's a burner too. And Rico looked like baby Debo Samuels out there. Y'all, don't get me being a fan, y'all. I got to be a reporter. So today, just looking at how everybody looks, man. Guys, not a lot of guys off working to the side because of injuries. That was good to see. We heard about EJ Crowell. Just minor stuff. When you're in this phase of the spring, you're really just trying to condition everybody to get ready for when you go full pads and start getting into the contact on going into the next practice. Around practice 4 is when we're going to start seeing some teamwork done, some pass skills done with the competitive edge. So just from an overall standpoint, I think Alabama as a whole, you look like Alabama. You look like Alabama. You look like a team. When you get off the bus, you feel like it's going to, it's intimidating, right? We look like we're ready. So that's one thing to look at. But let's react to the footage from today's practice, man. I have seen clips of it. I've seen a few clips. Some of our people that we network through from different platforms. Bama Central is a quality platform. If y'all don't, you can move the banner. If y'all don't follow Bama Central's YouTube channel or their Twitter, you can kind of you go make sure y'all go check that stuff out, man. They provide quality clips, good audio. Y'all know I'm a big audio video person, so good audio, great audio from those. But today we've been provided some footage. Shout out to WSFA and the quality footage that they captured today, man. We're going to react to it here on the Coach Smook Network. Y'all tap in, let me know what y'all think, man. We're starting off with the two quarterbacks in the room that are battling for quarterback one position. I look at it and I say, at this stage right here, the only advantage you can get is if you have one guy that's just not going through the mechanics, not doing the simple things, just delivering catchable passes, going through your steps correctly, being intentional on play actions, being intentional on showing that you're looking off and going through your reads or your progressions. Those are the small things. And when I say the overall look of what these guys look like today, it's like everybody understands that. And you can tell that Coach Ellis, Coach Grubb, they're being intentional on great critiquing these guys in between reps. A lot of activity, a lot of conversations happening between coaches and players in between reps. Not a lot of standing around. Even in positions like D-line, D-line, usually you got to rotate 2 or 3 through at a time. It's not a lot of standing around with these when we were able to view media viewing. So I'm just gonna let the B-roll go, man. WSFA, shout out to them. Make sure we got a banner that gives them a shout out, man. I got some good vibes from WSFA, man. Shout out to that guy. I think his name is David. He's a pretty cool dude, man. Pretty cool dude. Has been accessible. I say that he's been very accessible and very cordial and inviting to, little old me, little old Coach Smook. So, but looking at it, Ryan Grubb, like I said, a lot of energy today at practice, y'all. I feel like a lot of people, they take these stages of the spring process for granted. When guys like Daniel Hill, who were battling injuries last spring, Kevin Riley was kind of nicked up last spring. When guys like this are in spring practice and they're going through these drills and it's looking fluid, everything's looking smooth, you get excited about things like that. Coach Owens, the tight end coach, he's an intense guy too. I said, not that one, Mary J. Come on. Hold on, y'all. Let me start it over. I forgot. I got to upload this one too. I'm sorry. But you just look at the intensity of the coaches, the way that everybody's just kind of communicating different orders, different critiques. You know, there's no slouch in this team right now. And I'm excited because it's Bama football, but one, I'm excited just to see, you know, people complain about Coach DeBoer not yelling and not getting after guys, or, you know, not enough sideline intensity. I think it's because they get enough of it in practice. Coach Ballou, the strength and conditioning, performance strength and conditioning coach, he's intense, man. He's an intense guy. The DB coaches, Coach Mo, Coach Jones, they bring a lot of energy. I don't see why it has to be displayed during the game on the sidelines. Me personally, I'd rather have a coach that's locked in, has got his guys prepared for battle. You know, celebrate when it's a play to celebrate, but all that, I gotta keep this guy up and do. I see it enough in practice. Like I said, and you can see it even in his last rep. Let me rewind it real quick. You can see it in his last rep. Right after the pass is thrown, you see coaches stepping in and critiquing. You see the coaches stepping in and critiquing. Everything. You know, it's always something going on. Somebody's working on somebody, and that's what you want to see when you're talking about creating a competitive nature. I asked in the tweet, what were some things that our Bama fans wanted to know? So I'm going to ask it and poll it out in the chat here on the YouTube side. What are some things that you're looking forward to finding out? Not just with Alabama going into like this first week of competitive spring practice. I think tomorrow will be one of those competitive days where we get some insight of how everything's looking from a standpoint of 7-on-7 and 11s, you know, getting into those different blocks of practice where you're getting into goal line stance and 2-minute drill. I think that's where we're going to start to hear more activity about who's looking good. So I'm going to ask in the chat. Let me see if I can get a poll prepped. I should have had this already, but y'all know we so sporadic. And did we poll it? Should we poll it? Just question? We could just question. I got to get a managing mod that can do that for me too. What are some things we are looking to hear from day 3? So in response to the main thing, I know people are worried about EJ Crowell. They showed clips of him on the sideline. I didn't see him warming up at first, and then I looked off over there when everybody else noticed it. But yeah, I don't think it's nothing serious. At this stage, you got to think a lot of these true freshmen, they got here in January, right? Their bodies have been going through probably some of the most changes anatomically, right, physically, that they have throughout their career. So maybe a few nicks and bruises here, but guys are going to be taken care of. You got to think this is last year was probably one of the most healthiest years for Alabama on both sides of the ball when it came to just injuries and how guys were coming back from injuries. I know we lost Jeremiah Beeman before the season started, wasn't able to come back. He hasn't been out there. Then you got a few more guys on the other side that haven't been out there. Will Sanders is a veteran presence that we expected to compete for one of the starting positions at the offensive line. He's not out there. So seeing the young guys already being, attended to, and seeing that we're kind of like my guy Kelsey said, risk management. You got to manage your risk. You don't want a true freshman coming in, that, especially one that's got to develop into the scheme. He can be an impact player if he has his body right enough to develop into the scheme and really just pad the depth of what we have on roster. So risk management there. Good to see the tight end room coming out explosive this spring. It looks like these guys are really, I think Caleb Edwards and the Ford young man from Oklahoma State, those are some athletic dudes, man. I know we catching on air, or we doing different blocking drills on air, but you could tell an athlete when you see an athlete. If y'all don't know, Caleb Edwards plays. He's a basketball player too. I'm not sure about Josh Ford. We'll do our little research on him, but those are some athletic tight ends. And then of course Marshall Pritchett. I can't remember if I saw Marshall today or not, but I know he was out there. I know that they most of the tight ends are available. Saw Danny Lewis. As a former back myself, I played at 5'11", 215. You said you had so much muscle growth. I had pulled my hamstring, so the coaches made me stretch. You're gonna have to stretch and stay loose. Yeah. And you got to think that bodies are going through these real changes, taking in different supplements too. A lot of them going through high school, a lot of them don't get privy to strength and conditioning programs or nutrition programs that create those quality recovery methods or growth methods for muscle growth. A lot of them just country strong. A lot of them just, they just got it like that. So coming to and getting these things added to your body, you're going to go through some changes. Some excitement things that I want to talk about, looking at the defensive back room, man. There's some things that I'm hearing. What are we hearing here at the Coach Smook Network? I think one thing that's going to be interesting is how do you, and y'all see I got my little book back here. I tried to go through my notes. I wasn't going to do this because I used to talk about somebody that did this on stream, but I'm going to start doing it. But how do you play, and I'm going to say this, let me know if y'all can hear me good. How do you play field? Who do you field when you look at the defensive back room, right? And this is probably the more that I continue to break this team down and we get into spring ball, this is the group that I want to kind of just highlight today. How do you go in and field 5 DBs or 6 DBs with the amount of talent and the length and the frames of guys that we have in this defensive back room? I'm gonna go down this list real quick, and I'm gonna do something real quick. I have to explore this because I was just thinking about personnel groupers, and I started doing a roster. Y'all know we're gonna do it one day. We're gonna do our projected roster. We're gonna do our depth chart, and I'm just trying to figure it out, man. I know everybody knows Xavier Brown has been limited. He might not be participating in the rest of spring practice. Small injuries and things that carried over from last season. You got to continue to monitor things like that. But I'm looking at it now, man, and I'm just thinking a healthy group of defensive backs. Looking at what was out there today and how guys are moving. First of all, it looks like we got a bunch of like NBA size guards, 6'3", 6'4", lengthy, stocky built type guys in that room. The cornerback room, adding O'Neal to the room, you start to really see like the amount of length that you're going to have in coverage that you're going to have in Alabama secondary. And this vision coverage that the match 3 that Kane Womack likes to play on the back end, that's going to be dangerous to throw against when you're talking about trying to throw 4 or 5 wide receiver sets out against guys like this that can really match in smaller zones and close on smaller spaces quicker with their length. And a lot of them have these crazy ball skills. I was looking at some of these guys' ball skills during the drills today, and it's just, you can tell it's natural talent. So I'm looking at it, right? And I'm of course, you got Keon Sabb, you got Bray Hubbard up top. Then on the boundary, I'm projecting, just because of the intentionalness to go out and get them, I think you're going to possibly see Carmelo O'Neal and Dijon Lee on the boundary. And then I think you see Xavier Brown get walking into that nickel corner position this season. One, because you're talking about a 2-year starter that excelled playing boundary, and we saw him play, some slot corner last year, nickel corner last year. You put him in there with the frame that he's got right now, pushing right there 200 pounds. But the way that people attacked our defense last year in space with the bubble screens, you get a quick asset, a good covered asset in that spot, right? And then when you go to your dime sets and you need that extra field DB to play in the box, you got Red Morgan you can roll out there to that nickel corner. And then even that, you talking about just at the corner position in itself, I see why Jordan Edmonds has been getting so much hype, y'all. I see why Jordan Edmonds has been getting so much hype. 16 doesn't look like a true freshman out there. 16 does not look like a true freshman. And I'm willing to bet. I know they've updated the height and weight measurements, but I'm willing to bet he's probably pushing 195, 200 right now. Carl Jones said, man, I done came back and Smook got the low fresh cut. Yeah, man, we had to go ahead and change it up, man. Y'all give it up for my guy, Carl. Good to see you, man. Good to see you, man. Give it up for him. Give it up for him. Okay. Appreciate you for tapping in today, man. Hey, that AAA wristband, that wristband look good on you, brother. Been a long time. You been rocking that for a minute. Appreciate you for pulling up. Zion Gibson looking good out there. Like I said, everybody just looking good. But I'm telling y'all right now, there's a name that you're probably not going to hear a lot about right now. But I think right now, if anybody on that first group slips up, and it's at a few spots, free safety, the boundary, the nickel spot, but I specifically the boundary because of the size, because of the recovery speed, because of the ability to come up and run support, because of the speed, the natural speed, because of the strength, like natural strength in the weight room. I think Chuck McDonald is going to make some noise these first few scrimmages. And I know the second scrimmage is usually like parent viewing and all that stuff. So I can't wait to hear the reports that come from that scrimmage at Alabama, because that's the one where it's really intense and they really get guys in and out. You're talking about last season, 120 plays ran in that scrimmage, I believe. So somewhere up like 110, 120 total plays ran in that scrimmage to get guys good looks, and a lot of information came out of that second scrimmage. So a guy like Chuck McDonald, who I think has just been kind of just lying in wait, just developing, grinding, really in practice last year making plays, but just still developing, soaking everything that he can in. I think he's going to be one that is going to get into the rotation. And like Dijon Lee, he's going to be put to a test, and he's going to pass, and he's going to be given a lot more opportunities and trusted with a lot more veteran-like situations. Because we saw Coach Mo and Coach Jones both put young players in positions, in veteran-like positions. And Dijon Lee, week 1 against Florida State, you have the one mishap, but you also had the 2 big breakups in the game too. You know, that was his first collegiate game in that environment. They are doing something good to develop this defensive back room. What was that comment by Zach? ZB also has the capability to bait and confuse the QB. Facts. And you see his IQ there coming off the box, man. Playing in the box, being that what they call him, the overhang defender. It kind of keeps you from having to lose and also, you know what else you get with ZB? And now that I think about it, because we saw it a little bit last year, sometimes you take that nickel corner and you let a cover guy that has that IQ and an ability to break on the ball, you let him roll to like some safety deep half or deep third concepts, and you have a guy like Ray Hubbard with run first assignments underneath, hook curl assignments. So I think it fits. It fits. You the more that we see this scheme, this defensive scheme develop, and the players coming into it to be placed in these positions, starting from the defensive line to the inside linebackers, the interior of those, once those are really solid, you'll see how much value there is on the boundary, because a lot of our impact plays have been made on the boundary. Think about ZB's his 2 interception returns last year, the time that they came in boundary type plays when there was perfect execution on the interior. A lot of pressure from the inside. Even the pick from Tennessee, like the way that we flowed when they ran that play, the way that we flowed, we forced him to try to lay that ball out there because it was only so much space on the sideline. So I think this year you're going to see a faster group of defensive backs. Drake Kirkpatrick Jr. is somebody that I'm excited to see really just kind of just get his footing. Everybody, they talked about it yesterday. Kalen DeBoer commented on it, that he did what he had to do to get back in to the locker room, get back on the field. Now it's about proving himself to his teammates. And you all know that this Bama brotherhood is different. All the transfers and things that's happened, you see these guys still interacting on social media. It's not like the old school days when everybody felt like they had to hate their competition. There's a level of respect that you have for guys that's grinding and doing the same thing that you're doing. So I love to see it, man. But Drake Kirkpatrick is another guy that I'm excited to see. And then Nick Sherman, I'm telling y'all, man, a lot of people don't want to acknowledge that, sometimes you don't need the big name to be someone that can be pushed up in the depth. Nick Sherman is a day one guy. He's a day one guy. He's a starter. And I know we have a Dijon Lee. I know we have a Xavier Brown. I know we have a Chuck McDonald, but and a Carmelo, but we got a Nick Sherman. Like, this dude can play some ball. This dude can play some real ball. And it's one of those things where I asked the question, like Mary J. the Banner said, who do you field? How do you field this talented defensive back room? I mean, from top to bottom. Let's just call the names. And I haven't even mentioned the freshman Zyra Edwards, the freshman safety Zyra Edwards, looking like a doggone sophomore linebacker. I mean, and the range that he has and the physicality that he plays with. This is going to be a scary group of defensive backs. The no-fly zone is back in effect. I really believe this is the season we're going to see a Bama, like the return of the Bama DBU type vibes with the Minka Fitzpatricks and the intensities of the Tony Browns and the Deke Milners and the Drake Kirkpatricks and the Eddie Jacksons and the Landon Collins, and I mean the Menzie, my brother Daquan Menzie, them groups, those physical guys, man. Even guys that struggled in coverage. What was the young man's name? He wore number 5, Cyrus Jones. Even when he struggled, he still was a playmaker. Like this group of DBs, man. Shout out to Coach Mo, Courtney Morgan, Coach Jones, that whole staff for getting this group of DBs. Rael Kelly too. I mean, just a lot of talk. I told y'all, I feel like I was walking amongst. We were looking at a group of two and three guards for an NBA roster. Everybody 6'3", 6'2", 6'3". You got 6'5", 6'4" corners out there. Just dudes, man. And then your shorter ones, they just little speed demons, little bullets ready to come down and bust your head wide open. So excited to see it, man. Excited to see it. D-line, somebody that was under wraps last year. I think they're going to get an opportunity to be a true leader in this defensive line room, and they're going to have a good impact. Fatua Henry, he came out the portal last year to Bama from Oklahoma. And when he had opportunities to play last year, when Kelby Collins and I forget who else went down last year, he had an opportunity to play, and he was very disruptive. I think it was the Missouri game. He had an impact Missouri game, and then also the Oklahoma game. He had some good reps in the Oklahoma game at home. So Fatua Henry, I think, is a redshirt senior, fifth-year guy, veteran presence. There was a reason why he stayed. He wasn't a impact player last year or starter last year. He returned for a reason. There has to be a real plan. And if you look at how he played from the bandit position, he can play interior too. He can play G tackle. He can be your light nose for your pass rush sets coming out of your light fronts against pass sets. So I like to see Fatua Henry. Steve Bowler, Stephen Boomer, got to see him continue to develop, man, because he's a specimen. He's hard to move, and he moves people. He moves people. And then the young guys, man, Mari Johnson, Corey Howard, these dudes, man, it's kind of hard to decipher who is who with it being so early and so many new faces. This is probably the most roster. Well, ain't no probably. This is the most roster turnover I've seen in my 3 years of covering Bama, being credentialed media and covering Bama. This is the most roster turnover I've seen. So now in the space that we're stepping into it now, being able to be there more consistently and being able to see these guys is going to be good to learn these guys. My youngin' Asaya Faga, Phoenix City, Alabama, stand up. Yeah, hey, give it up for Phoenix City, my hometown. We got some crazy good representation on the roster this year. 2 guys, Red Morgan, Asaya Faga, Mal Waldrop, another guy from Phoenix City. I think they're going to represent the city real good this year with the opportunities that they're going to get. Brandon coming back up. We have the capability to have the top defense with this group and also with the offensive group as well. Now let's put it all together and win a championship. Yeah, man. I think everybody's excited about our aspirations. A lot of people still questioning the coaching staff and things of that nature. I'm gonna give my honest take on my energy with the coaching staff. I feel like I don't think they're hearing or listening to anything we have to say. First of all, let's get that correct. But I do feel like that they know how to gauge. They're trying to find the good area to gauge this new NIL era. As things are continuing to develop and change and evolve, you have to pick one side of it. Is it about money and relationships, or is it about development and relationships so that you can get money? Right. And that's what this staff is trying to figure out, because I think there's some different methods of teaching and coaching that each one of these guys can say they would do differently if they was the coach or whatever. But because there's a unit effort to get this thing together and understand that the standard at Alabama has been set so high that you can't have a lot of chaos figuring this out. You kind of just got to pick with the flow and go with it. That's what you're seeing with this staff. And the guys are responding. You see the quality of players we bringing back. We don't have London Simmons out there right now for the D-line group for spring, but I'm excited to see Edric Hill stepping up. You know, there's the guy that came from, I think he's number 95. I think he came from Nebraska. These guys are huge, man. 6'5", 6'6", 6'7", and they move, man. I remember we used to brag about Courtney Upshaw. You know, how he moved at his size. It's like we got to find the fire that's going to light this defense up or this team up to be physically imposing, like with the sizes and the frames that they possess. Like, and I know it's spread around college football. Alabama's not the only one, but I see other teams that we've struggled with in the past, and it's all about mentality, in my opinion. So shout out to Bama Gunk for pulling up, man. Roll Tide. Deborah, good to see Deborah. Deborah, I tried to reach out to you, sis. I tried to reach out to you. Please check your phone or email me, please. Please, sometime soon. Inbox me some type of way. Offensive line, I'm glad you came in with the comments. Ty Haywood not getting first team reps means the O-line got a good competition going on. Not only that, and that's not true, Bama Gump, because right now I don't think there is no first team. The way that these guys were rotating in practice today, I think the only consistent that I saw was Michael Carroll and Del Gotti. Like with the groups rotating, that's the only two consistents I saw. We got to see Strayhorn get some reps with at guard. I believe that was Strayhorn. I want to say, because I was scribbling, y'all. Y'all want to see my handwriting? Hold on. I was scribbling. Yeah, I was scribbling. Can y'all see that? I was scribbling. Whatever. Anyway, O-line. I was trying to get the information for y'all, man. And then y'all see, just like some of y'all pulling up in the chat, like, oh, you cut your hair? Yeah. We was on one today. It's the authentic version of. All right, now that I got numbers and I got a roster up here, 54, 62, 63, 64. That was a group that came out and did a drill together. 71, 73, 75, 72. That was another group that came out together. 79, 77, they was doing stuff like mixing in with the first two groups. So when I look at it now, that's that first group that I called out, the first few names that I called out was 54 is Javian James. Del Gotti is 55. Cooley is 63 and Carroll is 64. So that was a group working together. Then you saw 71, 65, they were in a group together. Like you could see different pairings of players working together. And so I really didn't read much into that today. My hopes is to get there for the next media availability when they do after the first scrimmage. And that's when I think you kind of start seeing some things kind of correlate to how the depth chart is looking. But for today, man, I'm telling you, man, Smook going to rock the waves. Yeah, man, hopefully the punter can give the defense better field position this year. Facts, Mike Jones. Give Mike Jones a mega horn for that, man. That's a good comment. That's a solid comment. I had a take that I wanted to give on our special teams. Our our special teams production going into this season, because one, I think there is more to be said about what Connor Talty did do last year than what he didn't do. I know he missed some big ones in some big moments, but his percentage was a lot better than a lot of the country. And I think a lot of it had to do with a confidence thing. We got to remember he was dealing with injuries coming into the season, and we did not have our preferred punter last year in Alex Asperov. So he's there. Then you got the transfer Quinn from I can't remember what school he came from. Lorson Quinn came from Marshall. Don't take my insider tab for not knowing where all the transfers came from, y'all. Don't do me like that. You know, the Twitter folks, y'all like to catch me. Clip it. It might be Marshall. But you know how they do me, y'all. But yeah, gonna be a good competition. But y'all know my guy Cornelius Tucker is still there, man, from Northridge. Cornelius Tucker. And y'all remember his commitment day. We tried to get him on for the interview, but when he announced, you know, that 5-star kicker, I love the energy he carried. Didn't see him today. Probably just bypassed it with the numbers being so spread out. But yeah, was it Marshall, Mary J? Okay, bet. See, I am an insider. Let me stop. I ain't mad at y'all. Y'all can say what y'all want. God know who I am. I heard Grubb said Lloyd is a starter the third day of practice. I'm not big on Grubb dictating who is the starter on the O-line. Shouldn't that be the O-line coach? I don't know who said I didn't hear Grubb say that Lloyd Jackson is a starter. I know I said in the previous take, in a previous segment on the live, that this offensive line, there was going to be a lot of competition. You can see Lloyd Jackson at left tackle today, but then you might see Ty Haywood at left tackle. You might see Michael Carroll at right tackle today, but then he might be at right guard tomorrow. And then they might be trying Javian James at right tackle. You know, so like I said, I don't read much into anything in the first 2 to 3 practices in spring ball. What you see after that first scrimmage is what I think they start to kind of build off of and set their bars for. Like, you set a bar. Like, if you want to be a starter, you have to be outplaying this person in front of you. You know, you'll see Mal Waldrop in clips play center and then go to guard. You know, Bryson Cooley, he might be at guard for a clip and then go to tackle. So you can't really read too much into it. And as always, let me tell you, fruit salad, yummy. Stay away from the message boards, man. Stay away. Stay away from the message boards. They are toxic. Everybody in there is somebody's cousin that is a general manager, I mean, not general manager, but equipment manager of the janitors department for the volleyball team. That brother, their coach, is the son of the guy that is on the Alabama football staff. So stay away from the message boards, man. It's not safe. All right, final thoughts on today's practice and everything that we heard. I think going into today, we'll be reacting tonight. We'll open the phone lines. We'll have clips from player interviews. We'll load them up. We'll react to them. We have some clips being loaded. Make sure y'all check out the content on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. Make sure y'all following Coach Smook on our platforms. But final thoughts on today's practice, y'all. The main thing, number one takeaway is you're seeing guys that are injured. We're seeing competition in those spots, and you're looking at the quality of competition in those spots. Assuming that some of the guys injured are presumed starters, if you're getting that quality of competition in that spot, that's a confidence booster. So when we were having the debate about risk management and having the A day and things of that nature, I think because of those type of settings, those type of instances where you got some key guys that's already out or coming back for injuries, you don't need to risk what you know that they could produce by putting them in game-like scenarios that don't really matter, right? You want them to be fresh for practice. So when you're doing things on air and you're going 75, 80%, they're able to build that confidence. So when it's time to get in between the lines, when them lights is on, they're able to execute at a high level. The intensity and the build-up, if you all notice, tackling usually gets better as the season goes along, right? It usually does. First week of any league, football, NFL, collegiate, high school, Pee Wee, the first week is the sloppiest. Missed tackles, drop passes, overthrown passes, all that. But as you continue to get live reps against other opponents, you're reacting to different players, different looks, right? You start to get more settled. And how fast you develop in that is how you grow. And so in that, I think Alabama's in a good spot with all the competition that we're seeing, with some of the injuries that we're seeing, keeping guys out. I think this is the perfect scenario, knowing that what we have, as long as you can keep competition spots clean, like the quarterback position, make sure we're not getting no injuries to the quarterbacks, or offensive line. I think is a key spot this season for real, with so many guys given fresh looks, being given fresh looks. Offensive line, D line is stacked. I think right now you could close your eyes, shake them up, and throw 4 out or 3 out there, 3 or 4 out there, however, whatever you want to call the front this year. I'm tired of debating on y'all about what the front is. I know what it is. I know it is. Oh man, listen. Hold on, chat. I don't want to hear nothing else from this man unless it's a Cash App ding for what he owe us. There's Fountain. Ooh, nah, don't laugh at him. Boo that man. Boo that man. Boo that man. That man is most. I ain't even gonna do it to you because we live. I ain't gonna do it to you. Just know you on the list. You're on the list. But while we're here, y'all, that's my main takeaway. Alabama seems to be in a prime position where they're confident in what they're developing. I think we will start to see what this team is really shaping up to be after practice on tomorrow. I believe we have practice. Let me go into my email real quick. Give me 2 seconds, y'all. I don't know why I closed that tab out. I usually have all my schedules and all this stuff up. Calendar, let me pull it up. So yeah, Friday, tomorrow we will have practice. And then after practice, you'll have the defensive players and Coach Womack available. Expect some of the younger guys that came in that class, expect them to get an opportunity to be out there in front of the mics this season. A lot of young leadership, I feel like, is going to be emerging out of this group, like labeled as leadership, talking about juniors and redshirt sophomores, some maybe a sophomore. The inside linebacker room has a lot of smart, athletic guys in there. Talking about the freshman Zay Griffin, Zay Hall, you're talking about Luke Metz, you're talking about Abdul Sanders, QB Reese. These guys are smart football players. Caleb Woodson's a transfer from Virginia Tech. These are smart football players, and these are guys, most of them, Duke Johnson, all of them, they played on the other side of the ball in high school. So that room is athletic, smart. All of them between that 230 and 245 range. Speed guys, 4.5, 4.6 is in that room. Lateral quickness, ball skills, intensity, not scared to fill your gaps on run fits. Inside linebacker room, we're going to break them down possibly tonight. And I'm gonna make some phone calls. I'm gonna get on the horn and see if I can find out some more stuff for y'all, because what I saw today, man, this looked like a smooth group. This looks like a very smooth group. But practice tomorrow, there won't be any media viewing period, but there will be player availability for interviews after. And we might make our way up there for player interviews tomorrow. Hopefully we could get back up there. We had to come back and handle some stuff tonight. Who is that? Is that Pops? He said, I missed most of the show, but I'm loving the fresh look. Appreciate that, Pops. Appreciate that, Pops, man. Y'all give it up for my Pops in the chat, man. The family coming back around. A lot of elevation in my family been happening over the past year, man. A lot of things we've been going through. Just getting there, man. Getting there. We're trying to make it. Y'all continue to pray for the Coach Smook Network and all of our supporters, all of our partners, man. Every sponsor that we have on every platform, we appreciate you. Shout out to the chat over there on TikTok, man. Jackson is the starter. Grubb announced this morning. I'm telling y'all, man, y'all did that last year with some things, and y'all were mad when I kept telling y'all. And y'all got to pay attention to Brian Grubb when he's doing interviews, man. Y'all got to understand the context that he comes from. It's sometimes and I think I told y'all this before, the way that coaches deal with media in this phase of the season is not the same way that they deal with them in season. And it's things that are said and things that are written in the off season. These coaches remember. So when they give answers,
they know what some media members are going to do with it. And I know the voice that asks the question. So I'm not throwing no shade. I'm just saying that's like, people have a track record. People expect certain things when I say things, right? There's certain responses I expect from certain groups of people when I say things about Alabama football or anything. If I have an opinion on anything, that's what you're going to get in a lot of these interviews up until they are truly able to evaluate these guys in the competitive space. So yeah, my boy Maine said, "Then cut the dress." Yeah, man. See, y'all don't be it's the country strong for me. Yeah. It's country strong. Them boys country strong out there. But y'all, I appreciate y'all for tapping in today. That's going to do it for us today. But before we get out of here, man, take an opportunity and support us and join the AAA family. And also, man, shout out to all of our sponsors for supporting the Coach Smook Network and being just consistently just pushing us. Thank you to everybody in the chat that's continuing to like, share, and subscribe, man. We appreciate each and every one of y'all for doing what y'all do. And remember, whenever y'all see me out here in these streets, and I'm for real, we literally, shout out to the guys at the gym at Crunch Fitness in Montgomery, Alabama. Y'all had me laughing yesterday. Quick story time before we get out of here. I'm in the gym, right? And I'm the type of person, I don't like for people to recognize me, right? I don't like people to be like, "Are you Coach Smook?" I'm the type that I like to be like, "Hey man, go check out my channel." Like, I want to introduce myself to people. So I'm getting to this space now where I'm enjoying. We got a call from Starkville, Mississippi. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna have to make that call back. But I'm getting to a space now where it's like I'm saying, like, I'm in the gym and I'm looking at these gentlemen. They kept looking at me a few times, a couple days in a row. They just kept looking at me. And y'all know I'm a fitness coach too. I do personal training. So I'm trying to get clientele. I'm just scouting and creating conversation and just being who I am. And so I was about to tell these dudes, because I seen them had an Alabama logo, the script A on his shirt. And I was about to tell him, "Hey man, subscribe to my channel." And when I went up to him, I was like, "Hey man, y'all Alabama fans?" He was like, "Put me in the game, Coach Smook." And man, it just did my heart so good. And I forgot to ask him for a picture. I'm one of those guys, if you recognize me, I'm gonna ask you for a picture. I ain't no shame. I ain't big time, none of that. It's a blessing. It's humbling. It's like from a place of gratitude when people recognize me for my passion and what we're doing to bring the coverage and the creative content around Bama football. So we'll be back tonight. 6 p.m. with the call-in show. We'll give you all the rest of our digest from today's practice and how we're going forward into tomorrow's practice and what we plan to see in tomorrow and what to expect. So when you see me in the streets, holla at me.
Say, "Put me in the game, Coach Smook."
Hey, I'll catch y'all on the next one, man. Y'all be blessed.
All right, family. That's going to do it for today's show here on the Coach Smook Network. Once again, I'm your host, Coach Smook, your favorite Alabama insider and sports media personality. And I truly appreciate every one of you for rocking with us today. Before you head out, make sure you like this video, share it with somebody who needs to be a part of this conversation. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel so you stay locked in with everything we've got coming your way. We're trying to reach some goals here. And if you believe in what we're building here, I encourage you to take that next step and become a member of the AAA family. Remember, our mantra is authenticity above all. This community is built on real conversations and real insight and real information surrounding sports entertainment. Your membership directly supports the growth of the Coach Smook Network, and every hard-earned dollar contributed is not only appreciated, it's paid for through our monthly contributions to community health and awareness organizations. So you're not just supporting a YouTube channel, you're supporting a cause. Also, don't forget to check out the Coach Smook merch. We've got hats, t-shirts, hoodies, and more. It's a great way to show love and support for the network and rep the brand wherever you go. You can find the merch link in our main YouTube page and in the description. Put me in the game, Coach. And if you want to stay connected and get more involved with the community, be sure to join the Discord. Just type the command in the live chat or head over to our main YouTube page and click the Linktree link in the description. You can also stay connected with us directly for collaborations, appearances, community service opportunities, and business inquiries by emailing us at coachsmooknetwork@gmail.com. Our staff will respond in a timely manner. And for those who want to show additional love, you can always donate directly to the Coach Smook Network through Venmo, PayPal, or a Cash App. Every bit of support helps
There
us
it was.
continue
Right
to
away.
grow and elevate this platform. We also want to send a huge thank you to our sponsors and partners. Walk On Sports Bistro, Sports Info Solutions, Helping Hands LLC, Men of Standard Executive Security, Goomba Bully Killnos, and most of all, the AAA family. None of this is possible without you. Once again, thank you for all your support, the energy, and the authenticity you bring to the space. Until next time, family, stay safe, stay locked in, and when you see me in the streets, holler at me and say, put me in the game, Coach Smook. Catch you on the next one.
There it was. Right away. Good job, leadoff coach. They're doing really good. I thought the first two practices were awesome. Today there was a little bit of a regression, but heavier install, so there's some things I had to work through today. But they're both doing awesome. Competitive. They got the right spirit in the room. They're attacking all the preparation. They're doing a really good job. Control the offense and take care of the football. I mean, I think that's the first thing. You know, the locker room piece has to build. Both those guys have to build in a leadership position. But just being able to control the offense, take care of the ball, and, just run the system.
From a play style standpoint, how do they differ in your eyes?
Well, I mean, I think obviously Keelan is a really, really good athlete. So I think his feet probably come into play. I think you saw in the Rose Bowl, obviously, Austin can run a little bit. He had a scramble touchdown during the season as well. So it's not like Austin can't run, but there is a piece of athleticism there with Keelan that's different than some guys. And then as far as, arm talent, they're both, supremely talented as far as pushing the ball over the field. So there's not going to be a throw that I have in a game plan that I had one, but I couldn't do it the other. Both have quick releases. Accuracy is something they're both working on, but very similar guys. I don't think other than Keelan's feet, there's a massive difference other than size.
What do you want to see from the offensive line at this point?
Physicality and consistency, I think, are the two staples we got to see. Guys being able to execute the game plan and understand the importance of running the ball. And I think that fundamental, belief begins in the spring. Just guys understanding that this has to be part of our DNA and to be able to, especially when you have a younger quarterback. I think we saw some of that obviously at the end of the season last year with Ty, where we could have helped him out more and taken more off his plate if we could effectively run the ball a little bit more. So this year, obviously that's a big focus.
What's the pieces on the line? What does it look like to get a group of 5 to gel together?
It's a ways away. I'll say that. I think that's one of the biggest challenges, like for Coach Clem or any O-line coach. I think during the spring when you're really trying to, especially with so many new pieces, you're trying to find out who the players are, who the guys are, and then trying to get some semblance of gel to happen. But, it starts with Jackson and Michael. And then really, the center position, Racing Delgado's been doing an awesome job at center. I think he's really taking the reins quickly. So excited to see him out there. But Jackson Lloyd's one guy that, just on the football field, like forget OD, whatever. He has really stood out as a guy that we're going to be really excited about as our left tackle.
What's it like for
I assume you looked at film last year, obviously before you did your spring practice in the offseason. Did you look and go, man, I should have run it there, or I should have run it there? I wouldn't limit bad calls to run game. I mean, I think there's plenty of good calls to make out there. And yes, certainly we go through every aspect of the game plan and, where you can run the ball more, where those hits happen, what you did right or wrong in the red zone. So yeah, absolutely that has to be part of it. And I think, the reality is when you look at it and you're that poor at running the football, obviously you got to put a lot of attention back into that and see if, what's the reasons, how much of it's personnel, how much of it's scheme, and then, own the losses and get better at it.
What's it been like working the two Michigan transfers, Ty Haywood and Cade Stray? What do you see from them in the portal, and what have you seen from them so far?
Caden, had one start, I believe, against Texas in a bowl game. And, he's playing guard, which is a little out of position for him. He's probably a more natural center, but he didn't look overwhelmed for a young player. And that was something that, we felt good about because he's big, but he's not like a big, long 6'5" guard or something like that. So just to see him be able to hold his ground in that was something that really stood out. And then Ty was a guy that was recruited here prior to me being here, and we had a lot of interest in him back then. Had a little bit of film at the end of some games where he showed some position flex where he could play guard or tackle.
Where do you see Ty as a guard or a tackle, and is there going to be a emphasis maybe on keeping him at one position to allow him to go?
Yeah, I think that would be the case for all the guys, is trying to find a spot where just get him off the ground, get him feeling good. Ty started out with a little bit of tackle. We've moved him inside to play some guard. He's looked fine at both of them, honestly. He's so young, that you just got to keep working.
Chat, did I not? And mind you, I have not been able to see this. I didn't stay for this part. I didn't stay for the interviewing part. I did not get to see this. So it's like tying into literally what we just have been reporting from our sources that were talking about us, talking to us. I'm sorry.
Football, but what are your keys to getting his game to that next level, whether it's consistency or whatever? I could tell you all the easy answers, but I think for Ryan, I think just let the game come to him. He's so naturally talented, and he's such a hard worker and a great kid. The ownership that he had after the season.
Who said that? He said Lloyd Jackson was going to start. He didn't say he was a starter. He just said he was at left tackle. That don't mean he's going to start. I
think is something that really stands out to me. And then, honestly,
he's doing good. He's doing good at left tackle. Like that's all they said. So where did we get he's going to start from? I know y'all watching on Twitter, y'all lurking on Twitter. Where did we get he's going to start from? Trying to figure it out, y'all. Should I big screen right here? How big screen?
Effort on our part to make sure we're getting him enough touches in every game. If we can't get him the ball down the field, got to find a way to get the ball in his hand early. He's shown that he's really, really electric. And so if there's issues with contested catches and things like that, you got to be more creative and just find ways to get him the football in his hand.
That quarterback, how important is knowledge of the system and experience and time in the system for what you guys
Come on, man. Come on. Hey. Hey. We ain't doing that this year. It's 2026. We're not doing that. What do you mean? How important is it to know the knowledge of the system and have experience in the system? What do you mean? What do you mean? We're not doing that this year. We're not. I'm sorry, boss. I woke my dog up. Yeah.
It's important. It's very important. Obviously, Austin's in his third year in the system, and so you would think, just as far as ease of being able to run and have control, that should be advantage Austin. But I would say Keelan's extremely intelligent, and that has not been an issue. It's not a limiting factor for him. But at the end of the day, it's, who has the most production, who's the best guy on the field, take care of the football, getting it down the field, scoring touchdowns. And both those guys are very capable leaders. So I think it's pretty even. But, certainly, the guy that has the ease of being able to run that, especially with so many younger faces around them, they have to be able to make everybody right around them.
A lot of new pieces, a lot of young pieces on this roster. I'm
Yep.
curious, as a coordinator, as you install your scheme and things like that, is it more moldable, for players to understand being young? I don't know. Is that easier as a coordinator for install? Or
I don't think it's ever easier when you're really young, because there's just experience matters. I'm not going to duck that punch, but what I will say is the type of commitment and urgency that all these guys have because of their youth has been really exciting, and the type of unity that we've already seen in the locker room.
No disrespect,
and these guys together.
No disrespect. I'm so serious when I say this. There are some media talents and some media members right now at the University of Alabama that do media coverage for the University of Alabama. I would love to see some of the younger ones coming up get opportunities to ask some of the questions and things that really would give us some insight to how we can interpret or create conversations around what's happening. For so many years, we got so used to seeing this, and I'm gonna say this, and then we're gonna post the full interview on the channel. Make sure y'all go check in. I want to keep reacting, but I can't continue to sit this. And this is no disrespect. I hope this is my opinion. All right, and say what you want. I have my opinion. Hold up, boss. You need to go outside. 2 seconds, y'all. Let me let him outside. 2 seconds. We'll be right back. Shout out to Sports Info Solutions for tapping in with us. Amanda, mute that music and so this infomercial can go.
Hold on 1 second. If you're serious about sports, you need more than just box scores. You need real insight. That's why Sports Info Solutions is the official partner of the Coach Smook Network. Sports Info Solutions is my go-to source for in-depth stat analysis, giving you the tools to truly understand player production, tendencies, and performance on a whole new level. From NFL, MLB to NBA, Sports Info Solutions delivers advanced data that helps fans, coaches, and analysts see the game behind the game. This isn't just stats, it's context. Looking ahead to the next generation of stars? Check out NFLDraft.sportsinfosolutions.com for elite draft analysis and detailed prospect breakdown. Make it your new go-to stat tracker. Visit sportsinfosolutions.com today. Now let's get back in the game.
All right, y'all. Had to let Boss outside, but I'm gonna say this and then I'm gonna close the show out. And this is no disrespect to any of the media members. I'd rather post it as a challenge, y'all. Let's start to ask questions that not necessarily just give us the blanket answers. Let's start to get these coaches and these staff members, because they appreciate it. They appreciate it when you ask a good question. They will sit there and tell you, "Oh, that's a good one." So, I want to challenge, because God willing, we're in a space where that's a primary source of our content, or if we're in a space to be able to be credentialed media on that level to where we're a primary part of maybe a news network or something like that. I promise you, every time you tap into our whatever that product is, that's going to be something that you can leave from that question. You can pull from that question, knowing what that coach is really talking about or having an idea where it's headed. Too many blanket questions and blanket statements being given. And that's why the fan base is kind of like always misled with how things are being evaluated or communicated. We got to do better media. And I think it's a challenge for all of us. It's going to challenge me. It's going to challenge you all too. So thank y'all for tapping in again. And I'll catch y'all on the next one. When y'all see me in the streets, holler at me and say, "Put me in the game, Coach Smook." Y'all be blessed. We out of here.
Authenticity above all, that's where I stand. If you ain't a real fan, you'll fail with the fan. They tried to box me in and I kicked the dough off the frame. Turn the pressure into power, put my stamp on the game. Put me in the game, coach, in the game. Put me in the game, Coach Smook, that's what they saying. Put me in the game, coach, in the game. Put me in the game, coach, that's what they saying.
Players and the staff are pulling up right now for today's scrimmage. Coach David Ballou in the front. Y'all can see everybody pulling up, man. And boys over there, look at Deontay.
Hey, y'all, I'm walking out of Walmart. Check, what's your name, bro? Man, my name Michael McKinney, man. I'm a true Alabama fan, and this man does a good job on his podcast.
What's up, bro?
Reviewing Alabama football. Keep doing what you're doing, man.
Appreciate that, bro. Roll Tide, man.
Leandre, go to the juice.
Ball my way. Find the goal line. Swim the roll tide. Let's go tide. Throw the ball my way. Find the goal line. Swim the roll tide. Let's go tide. Throw the ball my way. Find the goal line. Swim the roll tide. Let's go tide. Throw the ball my way. Find the goal line. Swim the roll tide.
Leandre, go to the juice. Leandre, go to the juice.
In the streets, holla at me. Say, put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. Put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. Put me in the game, Coach Smook. Put me in the game, Coach